I was not a topper. Till class 10th, I had around 70%. In 11th, again 70%, and in 12th, 95%. I started CA in December 2021. And guess what? I cleared it in September 2025 in first attempt, and that too with a rank. Hi, I'm CA Vidya Agarwal and I recently passed CA final in September 25. So here when I raise this question that whether CA is worth it or not in 2026, I'm not speaking theory. Let's move on. Let's talk practically and logically. So when you end your class 12th and you're confused what to do next, and you're thinking that whether should I go for CA or not, and you seek opinion from your society, from your family, your friends, you get mixed opinion. Some say, please do it, and some say, don't do it, it's not for you. What you should do, and why you are getting this mixed opinion. And at that time, you may take irrational decision by doing it or not doing it. So let me tell you why you are getting this mixed opinion, and this will be a reality check for you. Just don't go by anyone's opinion before listening this. So when I was doing CA, I also heard so many mixed opinions that you should go for it or no, you can't do it, please don't do it. Do you know why they say all this thing? So when they are saying this idea, this opinion are based on their experience, what they have experienced in their life. For example, let's say a person who is a CA, he did CA in pressure of family or anyone. He's not liking the work, he's not liking the subject, but he did. Do you think that person will tell you that you should go for CA? Or do you think the person who took so many attempts will tell you that go for CA? Of course not. And at the same time, if a person who passed CA in first attempt or who did CA for his own choice, like he liked the subject, he liked the work, he liked what we do in CA, that person will tell you go for CA. So when you are hearing all this thing, you are listening what they have experienced in their lives. So do you think your decision should be based on their opinion? Not at all. Now let's move to reality and let's talk about facts. So the first thing that everyone need to care about when they are thinking of doing CA is time investment. क्योंकि आपने सुना होगा कि यार ये इंसान 10 साल से सीए कर रहा है बट वो पास नहीं हो पा रहा है, इसे इतने साल हो गए बट फिर भी इसका फाइनल नहीं निकल रहा है, राइट? आपने भी सुना है, मैंने भी सुना है, राइट? बट लेट मी टेल यू, I took 4 to 4.5 years. I started CA in December 21 and I cleared it in September 25. You can count it. So those who are passing CA in first attempt, they will take around 4.5 years, right? And those who are taking one extra attempt or those who are giving groups separately, like we are having two groups and they are giving groups separately, then they might take 5 to 5.5 years or sometimes 6 years. And if you're taking multiple attempts, there is no limit, right? So now, if you're scared of time investment, let me tell you, let's say you are not doing CA, then of course, in most of the case, you will go for a college, right? And at that time, the minimum years required are 3 years. So when you are concerned about time investment, you need to see years more than 3 years, right? And that will be, I guess, 1.5 years if you're passing in first attempt. And let's say if you are starting your CA together with college, like with first semester only after 12th, at that time, after 3 years, you have already cleared foundation, you have already cleared inter, you are in middle of your articleship. You only have to bear 1.5 years and then it will be done. And let's say in worst case, you are not able to. For example, let's say you started CA with college and after 2 years, I'm giving you guarantee that you will be in that position to understand whether you will be able to pass CA or not. And at that time, you will have that opportunity to decide whether you want to continue or discontinue. Even you have passed inter, CA inter, you will get some clarity, you will get that knowledge And based on inter also, many company gives you good package, good opportunities. So at least you are not wasting your time, right? But if you don't start your CA with college and you are thinking of starting it after 3 years, you have already wasted your 3 years. So think logically. If I tell about myself, if a 70% mark student can pass CA in first attempt, that too with a rank, you can do it too. You only require three things. I swear these three things. First is consistency, second, discipline, and third, mentally strong. You need to be mentally strong because CA tests your patience. Now, let's jump to monetary investment. So, like मैंने यहाँ पे पूरा research किया है कि how much monetary investment you need. So this one is based on what is recently going on, and there may be some fluctuation or some differences, but it will be very minor. So in CA, what is the base fee that you are paying to ICI? Like if you are not taking any tuition, any coaching, then how much you need to pay? So first is your fees that you are paying for each levels for the course. So at foundation, you are paying. I'm taking the maximum side, and I'm taking both groups when you are giving both groups together. So for foundation, it is 11,300. For enter, it is 18,000, and for final, it is 22,000. And for every exam, you need to give 1,500 as examination fees. So let's say you are passing all levels in first attempt. So you will pay examination fees three times. That is 1,500 into 3. And then you need to pay training fees. So in CA, we are having two trainings at inter level and final levels. One is your orientation training and one is your IT training. So for that, you need to pay 7k approx. I guess around 7k you need to pay for each program. So that will be 7,000 into 4. So your approx total will be around 83,800. It may be little more, little less, but around it will be 83,800. This is your base fee if you take no tuition. Now let's jump to tuition. Like let's say you are taking tuition, you are taking coaching. So I have taken here the maximum amount that you need to pay. If you are taking very good coaching and you are paying the maximum amount, how much you need to pay? For foundation, it is 21,000. For inter, it is around 60,000 to 70,000. So let's say 70,000 for all the subject. For final, let's take it around 1 lakh maximum. So the total will be, taking the base fee and this tuition fee, it will be around 2,74,800. For me, I will tell you about myself also. So for me, base fees was same 83,800. For foundation, zero. Inter, I took from Unacademy with discount 16,000. I took in final 3 regular, 2 fast track, so it is 37,500. So total comes to 1,37,300 only. And in CA, you also do this articleship, and or you may go for industrial training. So for me, my articleship was in first year I was getting 5,000, and in second year, after 2-3 months, they revised it to 8,000. So for me, it was like 5,000 into 15 months, that is 75,000. 8,000 into 3 months, 24,000. And I went for industrial training. There I was getting 30k per month. So 30k into 17, it is around 5 lakh 10,000. So my total comes to 6 lakh 9,000. And let's say my expenditure is more than half, and I'm taking it as 4. Then also my earning comes to 2 lakh 9,000. So if you ask me, I will say my investment is zero. My investment is zero. So I don't think if you are concerned about monetary investment in CA, you should not compare it. Because if you compare with any other course, MBA or any other course, it's less. So monetary investment should not come here when you're thinking of starting CA. Also, there are some scholarship scheme also that ICA provide. So you can look after it. Now the most important thing, ROI, return on investment. So one return on investment I already told you about articleship and industrial training. But what is the final ROI? That is after CA, after completing CA. So I have already posted one video where I have explained everything, like totally about package, that how much you will get, how much you should expect right now. But here I will give you a brief. So in 2025, or you can say in 2026, because I recently passed and I know about the package that companies are giving. So it will depend on whether you are from Big Four or not from Big Four, whether you have done industrial training or not, whether you are doing job in metro city or not. So these are certain factors that will play a huge role. So let's say you are a ranker and you passed in first attempt, you will easily get package of 20 or more than 20. Easily means if you are going for for that role, for that company. If you want any other job at less amount, you can go for it. But easily what you can get is 20 LP or more than 20 LP. But let's say you are not a ranker, but you are from a big four or you have done industrial training and you passed in first attempt. Then also your package can range from 15, more than 15, 15 LP or more than 15 LP, and it can even go more than 20 LP. But if you have no industrial training experience, no big four, no good articleship, you have not done articleship from Big Ten also, or you have done articleship from a small firm, but you have passed in first attempt, your package will range from around 12 to 15. It can go further, but generally 12 to 15. And if you are not coming in all these cases, it may be around 10 to 12. But there are again exceptions. If you are having reference, if you are having extra skills, if you are having good work exposure or anything, you can get more package depending on what you are providing to company and whether you are able to crack it or not. But this all are basic things, like anybody can tell you. The most important thing is whether CA alone is enough in 2026. Answer is big no, not at all. So let's say you did CA and you have no good work exposure, you have no skills, you have no communication skills, anything. You just did CA. Not worth it. I'm literally saying not worth it. So you need to understand that skills are required, AI knowledge is required, communication is required, and degree alone cannot do anything, because now competition is very much. Let's say if a person is able to provide some good inputs to company value addition, for example, he knows Power BI, he knows Excel better than you, he knows AI tools, and you don't know anything about it, company will take him and not you. Right now competition is huge, and if you want to outshine, you need to have something extra, you need to be extraordinary, you need to have that skills that is in demand. So I guess I have told you so much about what is required in 2026 and whether you should go for it or not, with fact. Now let's conclude. So if your family or your friends are saying to do CA, you don't want it, but your family or friends or anyone close to you are telling that do CA, it's good, don't. Because even if you crack it, even if you do CA and you are able to pass it after CA, what if you don't like the job? What if you don't like the work that we do in CA? What if you don't enjoy it? In that case, the years that you have put in, all waste. So do CA only when you want to do it. But if nobody is telling you, or if anybody is telling you, but you also want to do it, you enjoy that subject, you enjoy the work that we do in CA, then only go for CA and do it. The most important thing, CA is not for fast success, it is delayed success. So if you are planning to do CA, you need to be patient. If you do this, nobody can stop you to crack it. And if you ask me whether it's worth it or not, now I guess you are able to understand whether you should do or you should not. So yes, if you like this video, please comment below why you are doing CA or why you want to do CA. Thank you.